I don't think that's the case, but... let me... Yeah, of course.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Thank you. We are going to scour this area for ingredients. All the while, not knowing if we have the correct or incorrect lance. Okay, so these are being added. You think you identify the true Hillsborough. Where is the oh, here, arrogant conviction. Nice. I'd say probably worth it. Where is she exactly? This is the area we found all of her stuff originally. You know what? Let's check this out. This is like... Ooh, okay. Whoa, that was trippy. Whew, okay. Finding a couple things out here. Oh, look
Emma,
who it is.
What are you doing here? You wouldn't have seen... Mother?
Son of a...
No! No, what's happened? No, Mother! No!
She's ruined my life, Louis. I am sorry.
What were you thinking?
Emma meant everything to me. Your mother destroyed everything by shooting her. She was me, and I was her.
I get it. I mean, we gotta see how this works.
Dear God, I beg you, make
Whoa.
him kill me. I've had enough of it all. I no longer have the strength in me.
You're the one who killed Emma, not my mother.
And it wouldn't have happened if Sarah hadn't struck
Immunity.
out at Emma first.
I'm not gonna kill her.
Get out of here. Why have you always lied to me? Why didn't you ever tell me I was his son?
I'm not a killer, man. I'm a demon. I can read minds, but I'm not a killer. Did not arrive in time to save Sarah de Riche. Frick. See, these ones, there's a lot more, I wonder if that's just talking to Mortimer or going straight outside. Man. You're gonna fail some of these, right? Because it's paths that you have to choose. So that's pretty crazy, though. That was like huge revelations these past 30 minutes. Okay, so we can't equip any more manuscripts. Oh, look at this. Demon skills. Well, now what the frick?
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies.
And we couldn't ask her about if she was a real mother or not, like...
Emily, what a waste. I feel like
Mortimer could have been controlling Emily, technically. I don't know. Could be anything.
All over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
I mean, I'm gonna look at it positively.
No, this is an advantage.
Yeah.
I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think.
Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
Apparently not.
Sir Gregory?
Here we go.
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk.
I know you're a demon,
How are you feeling?
and you know I'm a demon.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family.
He
It's a
did?
good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis.
This guy can
Knowing
pick
William,
anybody he
probably
wants.
didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't.
This is the one he picks. I'm not doing that.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic.
Huh.
We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman,
Okay.
we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
It's like akin to like vampire stuff.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course.
Oh,
when
boy.
you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Is he jealous? Yeah, this is free now, all the psychology ones.
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
Conviction is so bad, this is gonna cost us, but it's fine.
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since
God.
the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us not insist, then. You yourself weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
Just asking, bro.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy.
But that gave
One
us...
thing you must understand,
Did that give
regarding
us a
any
mind thing?
disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
Inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them by democracy. I like democracy.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you, less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. On the other hand, we are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
I don't know what despotism is. I understand.
Well, indeed, from that point of view, it is better to guide them.
It's rare for a novice demon to manage to stop thinking like a man so quickly. It has taken centuries for our family
You're starting to see this,
establish
like,
relative peace between demons.
clear line between
Thanks to
him
this
and
policy, we have
Mortimer.
been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
It certainly seems like it's an invitation to follow him.
Are you trying to warn me that I'm in danger?
That, Louis, will be up to you to choose. Most of all, make sure you don't pick the wrong side. William has had all the time he needs to think about this. You do not. I'm sorry to say this, but this first choice might well be of capital importance to your future. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you
We're already calling him
any
Uncle.
way, go now.
Well, if it's between like a monarch approach and democracy, I feel like, personally, I would choose democracy. But there's obviously some intricacies here in terms of who's telling us what that are going to decide what we need to be doing. Wait, who's that? Uh-oh.
Emily, can I come in?
No, it's not a good time. Not right now. Leave me alone.
I can tell from your voice that there's something wrong. Let me in.
Like how you just killed
we
someone.
have to talk, Emily.
I
My
said
mother.
No, goddamn you.
You killed my mother. I don't care. I'm coming in.
You've been drinking. Why aren't I surprised? Do you think you'll find the solution in alcohol?
Get out of here, Louis. I told you not to come in.
It's quite the outfit.
First your sister, now my mother? How far will your anger go?
Do you really think I'm not suffering? You know nothing. You understand nothing.
I
On the
wonder if
contrary,
she's a demon.
everything that goes on in here is much bigger than you and me. You made your choices and now you're going to have to take responsibility for them. Look, I must tell you something important. Emily, listen to me.
I'm fed up with talking.
It's about what's happening here. It's about Mortimer and home.
I know they are demons.
That's not all.
Go on.
Do you know
I'm
who
one
else
of them,
is?
Emily. I'm a demon too.
Okay, we're just
I
going
know.
right there. All right.
But how?
Sir Gregory stopped by to tell me. He wanted to bid me a welcome.
I don't understand.
Welcome
She's one too.
to the family.
Ah,
You?
frick.
You're his daughter?
Mortimer's daughter, Louis.
That makes you my sister?
Oh no!
Yes. Just the thought of the night when I suggested that we... I feel so ashamed, Louis. And that means Emma is your sister too.
Was.
Shit. I spent the night with my own sister?
I was attracted to you from the moment we first spoke
Oh, boy.
on the boat. And now I understand why. Do you realize what that means?
Yeah, got it.
I'm a monster.
We have committed an error. Maybe it's different for demons? Ugh. I'm gonna sympathize and see if she'll open up to us.
I am one as well. When I think of my feelings for you, that feeling, it hurts all of a sudden.
What the what the hell?
She's there. I can feel her inside me. She's trying to read my thoughts.
Whoa!
Emily, don't do that. Get out of my mind, please. Let me remind you that it's forbidden between demons.
Sorry,
Oh.
Louis. I didn't want to.
I have a sister.
It's very strange for me too. A sister for a brother.
Yes.
Yes. I must get some rest. I must ask you to leave me now.
Okay, well, I'm
Alright,
glad
but
we decided to
don't
come in here.
Finish that bottle.
Don't start now. I would like to get some sleep.
I'll be leaving you then. Thank you, Emily.
Hmm.
The Lady's Waldegrave by Reynolds, painted upon the request of the Waldegrave family, in an effort to find them a husband. Displayed like meat. It's disgusting.
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. T.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
Yeah, something like that. Ooh, what do we have here?
Grammar of Port-Royal. Ah, the artistry of the French language in all its splendor. Whoever masters French commands the world.
There
At
we go.
least une partie of it.
So, like, we hadn't... To be fair, we have a ton of books already. So we probably found more earlier that maybe wasn't intended. Because we don't have a lot of empty slots for books. So there's been a couple of times where we could activate these for additional points. But we just haven't had any. But I think it's probably because we found so many in the first place. Let me just check out her room here. While she's sleeping.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily
What?
has indeed some powerful backers.
Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but I wager he'll recover from this present fit. Next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the King? I will personally see to it that our nation will recover from this impasse. But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
Damn.
Queen Charlotte. All the royal family of England is there from what I can tell.
A letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now.
Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention. I shall be indebted to you until my last breath. If you have any request of me, you only need ask. With regards to my son William, I shall never thank you enough
Which is
for looking
probably
after
the
him.
son whose
you know the latter's
previous letter
preferences, and you will
was written
understand
from.
he needs you desperately. For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough will carry out his task and meet with you within 6 months. From then on, you'll be free
Duke
from
Hillsborough.
want. Yours sincerely, William Pitt, Count of Chatham.
Okay. Guess we're just gonna leave her be. Is there anything in this? No. Because a lot of the places that we find books or manuscripts or what have you are places that we have had access to for a very long time. So I do think that we likely have found a whole bunch and that we're not going to see that many going forward. Locked, okay. Who's this? Wait. Oh! Getting ready to go.
Great. Honey.
Just right in front of him.
Leave me, Richet. I want nothing more to do with you. I'll have left within the hour, and I wish never to see you again for the rest of my life.
Okay. Fair enough. There we go.
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests. Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
There's been a few things that we've read about him that lead us to believe he's a really, like, kind guy.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
At his core, but don't mind me checking out your room while you're leaving.
Dear friend, please come and join us.
Oh, this is his invitation.
We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and other guests, so you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible. I await your arrival. Lord William Mortimer.
Locked as well. Oh, yeah, this is not even a balcony. All right, well, good chat. We'll be seeing you. Okay, so we want to go here, I think. Or is it, no, maybe it's, I think it's here. There's our resident sweeper. That's a Twitch joke, if you didn't get that. Oh, I don't know about that statue. I don't know about that painting. I'm questioning everything.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You have made the right choice. Now you are
Hope you're talking about that
definitively
lance.
free from your sister's lies, and from her in the process. I respect that.
Given what she did to me, she deserved nothing less. And, apparently, I'm not the only one. I'd rather not talk about it.
I understand.
Why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Confused?
Overwhelmed,
about
definitely.
everything? I have to admit, it's been a lot to take in such a short amount of time.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you.
Oh, of
all
course
the
you
time
will.
we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Gregory.
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised?
Well, because you know
What
each other
did he
pretty
say?
well. Ooh.
I think he's worried about you.
Worried? Marvelous. That's just like him. You know, in a family like ours, we all have a role to play. And his is to worry about everyone else. Let me reassure you, there's no reason for him to worry about me.
And what's your role in this family?
Mine? Oh, I think they probably feel I'm the eternal naysayer, I suppose. I think one mustn't be afraid of change, and that it is healthy to challenge oneself at regular intervals.
Are
I
you
don't
challenging
depend
just for the
anything on
sake of
anyone.
challenging?
I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain.
Yeah, that would be
For
great.
centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
So this does align with what Gregory was saying.
You really are trying to liberate men.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want.
Pretty
the
fair.
best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything
The American
more beautiful?
dream, baby.
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
Okay, let's go right into it.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we
Drives
could
the economy.
take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as workforce.
That's crazy, dude.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today, we are wasting too much time.
It's interesting, like, obviously his points are great, but you're always thinking, like, why does he want this? Like, what's in it for him kind of thing.
What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives, as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What
Well,
else?
Yeah.
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores.
Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women. As soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically, it will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the cultural revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach. Otherwise, man won't have enough room for expression to feel free.
What's funny is, like,
if man sees his chains, he will only want to break them.
It all seems so idealistic,
the feeling
but
that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits, and it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species.
I mean, of
I've
course.
been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are?
I mean, I get that.
I understand your goal, but the change you propose is not really a significant one. It is merely more smoke and mirrors.
You must understand that we directly depend on men. Consequently, we have to do our utmost to help them progress and to prevent them from killing each other.
I do get that. Why not impose? Yeah,
As
why not
we
impose
have
peace?
the power to influence their will, why not impose the desire to live in peace?
We do exactly that on a regular basis.
It just
But a
results
leopard
in
cannot change
wars?
its spots. When the person that you inspired dies, you have to start all over again with the next one. It's painstaking work, Louis. Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill.
Oh boy.
And not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
What?
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I
deaf?
infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of
What?
speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
What the frick?
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
Well,
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
so rigging the conference.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin.
Holy moly.
Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play, as well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do.
What if he was reading my mind and he
is
heard that?
For the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes, you're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche. Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
That's
But what if I
creepy.
fail?
That's so
In
creepy.
your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it.
Okay. Time to, like, so it sounds like we're gonna have the choice if we want it, if we want to invade him or not. I gotta be honest, I don't see how we can resist.